Okay, so I've got a Kutt Calhoun review. If you don't know who that is, he was a member of Strange Music, which is N9ne's label. Now with this, I have already reviewed his first album, which I don't know how to pronounce it, but it seems like it's BLEV. It's an acronym, and that came out in 2004. So this one comes out in 2008, and by this point, N9ne had started to gain steam, and we were starting to get more releases throughout these years rather than just one every couple or so on years. And he was the first member just about to release an album on Strange Music besides N9ne. So with that, we are kind of wondering, well, how does N9ne's group fare when he doesn't hardly ever chart? Thing is, Kutt Calhoun did get a single off of this project, which he didn't really do for his BLEV album, his 2004 album. So this one, he has the song Bunk Rock Bitch to back him. Now, I didn't see it charting, but it is a pretty good song. It's got a rock flavor to it, and I do think that it's one to like. Now, obviously, N9ne singles, when I think of those, grading the best of the best songs, the thing about N9ne himself is usually when you listen to his music, he does have singles released, but he's more of an album character, it seems to me. So when you get it, it's not necessarily the songs released to radio that are going to be the best ones for him. But it's still worthwhile, and glad that this single is one of the highest listened to songs. Now, naturally, this album, it did not fare as well with me. I guess I don't want to say naturally, but it did not fare as well with me. And out of 19 songs, there's really less than about 8 that are worthwhile. And so that leads to believe that, this is kind of a problem. N9ne does not really show up on some of the best songs. Like one of these is Stop Jeffin', but that's one of the worst songs on this project. It does have some Missouri slang in there, but it's not, just not effective. So N9ne kind of plays a little bit more of the background. I think the spotlight is mostly on Kutt Calhoun on this one, but Kutt Calhoun is also on here, so there are a couple songs with some Strange Music label mates. So with there being one music video, one single, some of the songs that, this review is going to be kind of quick, but some other songs that are some of the best on this project, I would go for Jay's On My Feet. This is definitely one of the best songs on the project. This is the kind of atmosphere that I would prefer from Kutt, just because, he does talk about other things, but, we do need to be persuaded by his character before, songs like Letter to My Kids and Green Mile and those sorts of songs are going to play into effect. But, we do get Jay's On My Feet. That's the closest I would say to like a stylish song. Besides Bunk Rock, that's pretty much the second song you should go for. Third, there's a song called Colors on here, which I'm sure most of you could figure out what that might mean. But it is here, and that's a pretty sick song also. Shotas is another one. So these are some extra ones. And I would say that those 4 specifically are the best 4 songs on this project. Now, obviously, there are more, but the thing is it depends upon how used to music you are. That's really the thing, is if you started listening to rap and you only know, like, certain things, like if you hardly know N9ne, it's not like this album's going to win you over immediately. You have to be used to N9ne to get used to Kutt. And so songs like Whoop De Whoop, Speed, and Wipe That Sweat are some extra. Those are like the secondary songs that don't have as much flash as they would be getting radio play, but they're still pretty solid. So that leads to about 7 out of 19. But I mean, that's kind of the thing about it. So as it stands, this is a stylish type thing if you know Tech-9 extremely well. But the thing is, the main thing to pay attention to is it's kind of close to being a hardcore project. So, I mean, it's just an extra treat if you know Tech-9, Missouri rap, that sort of thing pretty well. But it's nowhere near a classic album. So that's the thing about it. But really, I'm trying to think of how else to sum this up. Yeah, so that about says it. It's really, hey, you know, an extra 3 or 4 songs to fill out a playlist, something like that. That's kind of where I see it as. So I'm going to give this album a 4 out of 10. And the social score I will give a 3.5 out of 10, which means how well it plays around your friends. If you listen to this music with them. There's only one single, so it just depends upon what kind of friends you have. You can boost my score up a few notches if you have lots of friends who listen to Tech-9 and know him pretty well. I'd give it more of like a 7 in that case, or a 6.5. But yeah, so what that stands is, this is kind of like more of a... This is kind of more like an appetizer more so than it is a meal. That's the way I look at it. It's definitely a good project to pick up just for extra music to listen to in the overall experience of hitting up Tech-9 and that sort of thing. So if you're pissed that you only like punk rock, bitch, it's, you know, don't blame, you know, there's nothing really to blame. So, alright, subscribe for more fun. The future Kutt has departed from Strange Music, and I don't know what he's been up to. His last full-fledged album came out in 2013. So, the only left thing to say is... yeah, that should be about it. So,